Let's talk about the most recent leaks and updates that you can expect to arrive on Instagram in the near future. When are they exactly going to arrive? We don't know. It could be months, it could be weeks, it could be never, to be honest. But usually the things that I pick out for videos like that here are eventually going to arrive on the platform. So much speaking. And the first one we talk about is actually kind of crazy, and I don't really know what to make of it. Because Alessandro Paluzzi, our old friend, just found out a leak of features called favorites. You're the OG, Paluzzi. If I could send you a cookie, I totally would. In fact, to the next 3 people that hit the subscribe button here, we'll get 3 historical 20-year-old cookies sent directly from my office right here, because that's my office. Yeah, it's a joke, okay? In case you didn't understand, this is a joke, my friends, okay? I have to say it since last time I got sued when I didn't send the pony. As you can see right now, this is how it looks. And if we take a look at this thing, how it looks, posts from your favorites are shown higher in feed. We don't send notifications when you edit your favorites. Whatever that exactly means. You can add accounts to your favorites list. You can search for accounts or view suggestions based on your activity. This is another very cool thing because based on the suggestions, we can actually kind of see what your trust score is and how good your profile is in general. And basically posts from those favorites will appear higher in the feed so you don't miss out. Basically giving them an algorithm boost. Something that we've never seen before, never heard before, at least not officially. And because obviously that's important. Don't ask me why. Accounts on the favorites list won't be notified when you add or remove them, right? Obviously, because why? Also, Paluzzi just figured out that posts from your favorites will be indicated with a pin, like you see right there, right in the feed. So you'll actually know that it's one of your favorites. Plus, so you'll potentially be able to react quickly and remove them from the favorites if it's just too much, because I can see that happening right now. Just people just overusing that too much, and you will actually figure out that some people's content is actually not that good, and maybe the algorithm did the right things all along. So as a first look, what can we say about this whole thing? What do I think about this whole thing? Generally, I think it's actually a pretty good idea because it sort of gives back at least some control to the creators, indirectly, but still, you know, if you create good content, if you form a relationship with your audience, a good one, and create content that actually people want to see, they will hit that pin button. Meaning by you just being a better Instagrammer, you know, upping your strategy and your quality, you'll just gonna get showed more in the feed, which is the thing that we all want to have. However, if we're being totally realistic here, my friends, prepare to get flooded with people begging to be put on this list, you know, the minute this will come out. Eventually, because we all know these marketers, you know, who will just destroy everything. So there could be a slight chance that everybody's overusing this feature, and a lot of people will put too many people in their, you know, pinned things, so it will kind of downrank them as well, because it's just too many people in there. We're gonna see, but ideally, what you want to do right now is to start creating content right now that sort of speaks for itself. Content that is so great that when this feature will be announced officially by Instagram, people immediately think of you, like, okay, this is such a great creator. I know the algorithm is kind of bad nowadays, so I'll just pin this creator and you know, kind of give them more opportunity to reach my feed. Now, the other pretty interesting feature that, in my opinion, could potentially change the way, at least a little bit, how we're doing Instagram, what am I doing with my hands, is what they call stories montage, which is basically a way to save stories other than making them a highlight by creating reels from your stories. Now, I took a look at the comments and one specifically said, not sure of the point, I guess given stories mainly reach followers, it's a way to try and get more eyeballs on that content. But as a user, I can't imagine finding these reels entertaining / valuable as the content is designed for stories. I would rather reels were designed for reels, which is something that I generally agree with. However, I think they're catered for a slightly different use case we haven't thought about. Because if you think about it, we don't really have short form vlogs. Not really, you know, apart from stories, obviously. The only issue is with those stories, obviously, this is kind of the thing that stories are, they're gone in 24 hours. And sometimes the content is just too great to just be gone after that. You know, I know we do have the highlights, but actually the other day I was having a thought that I don't really like the way the highlights, the story highlights are organized. You know, making you see the oldest one first. So, you know, it kind of gets too much. People usually have a million things in their story highlights because there's just so many great moments they want to keep for people to see after the 24 hours are over. So yeah, it kind of gets too much for people. So in my opinion, they're missing out a lot of potential in that regard. And story montages might be the missing link. I'm just saying might because I don't know how people are going to react. And I think they were also thinking about the possibility of making it stories to IGTV as opposed to stories to reels. But who are we kidding? It's pretty dead, IGTV, especially from a discovery standpoint, if you ask me. So I believe this will sort of become like a new content form, you know, trimming certain stories together, maybe edit them with some captions. As you you can see, they also suggest some audio clips to go along with the story montage, so people can actually watch the real highlights of your day-to-day life even after 24 hours. A little bit better than with the highlights. Plus, there's a small potential of you being discovered through Reels. And I'm sure lots of great creators will find great ways to actually make these things entertaining. So what do you think? You think it's becoming too complicated, especially with the last update right here? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you guys soon. My name is Dominic. Yeah, bye. Bye.